Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're talking about how to preserve your yogurt and every other kind of drink that you make, how to use food preservative. That's what we'll be talking about in this video. And also if you're into yogurt production, if you make drinks like soya milk, zobo, any kind of fruits juice, any kind of drink, then this video is for you. You want to stick around and watch this till the very end. To make use of your preservative, right, you need to do some calculation, which we'll be talking about, so we're discussing in this video. We'll learn all of that. Now, this is not to say that you cannot make products like yogurt or those drinks without having to add preservative. You can. Okay, all the ones I make, the ones I show you guys, I don't add preservative to it. But I've had a lot of persons ask me how to preserve this thing in case they want to do it in large quantity or they want to sell out, how to preserve it. And that is the reason for this particular video. If you're making something in small quantity, right, or you know that your customers can actually finish buying what you make within a short period of time, you do not need to add preservative except you really want to, right? Now, all of these drinks, they have their lifespan. There are some that can last like just 3 days, like soya milk. If you make soya milk, it doesn't, like, the lifespan is very short, just like 3 days. It's possible to make yogurt without preservative. I've read comments on people say, how can someone make yogurt without preservative? Is it possible? They are lying. No, they are not lying. It is very possible to make yogurt without preservative. Yogurt actually has a lifespan of about almost 2 weeks. So if you make your yogurt and then you refrigerate it and keep it in your fridge for up to 2 weeks, it can survive without, nothing will go wrong, right? But then if you want to do something that will last up to a month, that is when you need to add your preservative to it. A lot of those things you buy out there in stores are preserved. That's the truth. This preservative does not kill, it doesn't do anything, right? So when you buy store-bought, those store-bought yogurt, store-bought milk, soya milk, and those things, they all have preservative in them, just in case you feel like, oh, preservative is going to do one thing in my body. No, that's not the case. So if you're making your products in large quantity or you want something that would last for long, you want to keep watching this video without having to skip any part of it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. Okay, click on that subscribe button. It is free and nobody will charge you a dime if you do that. Also, like this video, you need to like it. Please like it, and please drop a comment. Okay, you need to follow this up because this is going to be like a class. You and I will do this thing together. Now for this, we'll be needing a pen. You see me, I'm with my pen right here, and also a book. Then you'll be needing calculator. I'm going to use my small phone for my calculation. So we're going to do small calculation because the preservative is not something you just carry and add. There is a usage rate for it. So that is where the calculation comes in. So if you want to make a product, you want to add this preservative to about 1 kg, it's not the same amount you add to 10 kg, it's not the same amount you add to 20 kg, it's not the same amount you add to 500 grams. So it all depends. That is why you need to learn this calculation that I'll be giving you in this video for free, which is not something I'm supposed to give you for free, but I'll be doing this in this particular video because I've got a lot of these questions, even in my WhatsApp DM. Like, I've had people ask me questions about how to add preservative, what quantity of preservative to add. So this is going to help you do the calculation by yourself. Okay, let's get to it. The preservative you'll be using for your food, your drinks, is called sodium benzoate. If I got that correctly, I'll leave the spelling on the screen. Sodium benzoate, that's the preservative we'll be using. This is a food preservative. It is safe. Okay, it's something that people can consume. Now, this preservative has a usage rate, like I said. Okay, it has a usage rate. If you want to use this preservative for drinks, the usage rate is about 0.05%. 0.05% for drinks. And then if you want to use it for fruit juice, then you can use 0.1%. Remember, 0.05% is for drinks, 0.1% is for fruit juice. Now, before the end of this video, I'll tell you how you can add this preservative to your drink. You don't just pack and add. There is a way to do it. Okay, now let's go ahead and start up with this calculation. So 0.05% is for drinks, right? So let's start the maths right now. It's a very simple, like I'm going to simplify it in a way that you understand, in a way that even the person who never passed maths during secondary school or in school would understand this. So it's very, very simple. So now let's write it down. 0.05%, 0.05%. All right, then if you want to make your products like your yogurt or your drink, you need to calculate, like you need to be sure of how many, the batch size that you're making, right? You need to be sure of the batch size even before you start production. For instance, you want to make 4 liters. That means you're making 4 kg of your drink, right? Yeah, 4 liters is 4 kg. And you can also say that 4 liters or 4 kg is 4,000 grams. So let's say I'm going to use, let me use 1,000 grams, which is 1 kg for my example. So let's say you want to make 1 kg of yogurt. So 1 kg is yogurt is 1,000 grams. I'm going to write that down. So my batch size is 1,000 grams. 1,000 grams. So now anything that has to do with percentage, you just have to know that it is talking about 100, like over 100. If you want to work with anything that has to do with percentages, over 100, right? So let's just write 100 somewhere. 100. So to simplify this in a way that just anybody can watch this video, understand, and do this maths on their own, we'll have to get a calculator. We'll get a calculator right now. I'll be using my smartphone to calculate. So you head up to your calculator and then you type 0.05%, which is the percentage usage of the sodium benzoate we'll be using. So I'm going to type on my calculator right now, 0.05 divide by 100, because we are working with percentage here. So 0.05 divided by 100, 0.05 divided by 100, right, equals to what? It's giving me 0.0005, right? And then you will say times 1,000 grams, which is the batch size that I'm making. So let's click that, times 1,000. It's now giving me 0.5. Now the answer is 0.5 grams. Okay, 0.5 grams. So what I did is 0.05 divided by 100 times 1,000, meaning that, okay, times 1,000, which means that if I want to add sodium benzoate to my 1,000 grams yogurt, my 1 kg yogurt, I will have to add 0.5 grams of it, not even up to 1 gram. Not even up to 1 gram. So you need a scale if you are doing this. Remember, in all the videos I've been posting, like I'll always emphasize on measurements. So you're using your measuring cup or you're using a scale. Okay, but when it has to do with this preservative, you need a scale, because how else would you measure 1 gram? How else would you measure 0.5 gram? How else would you measure 5 grams? So now for this 1,000 batch, 1,000 for 1 kg, what you need is 0.5 grams of your sodium benzoate. Now, if you're making 5 kg, you would not need to add 0.5 to it. You would need to add something higher, which you will have to do the calculation by yourself using the example that I have given you in this video. It's very simple, very simple. Now, this is not something I'm supposed to teach for free, no, but this is out here for you for free. So all you can do for me is to like this video and drop a comment. Now let's do the same calculation for fruit juice. Remember I said for your drinks, other kinds of drinks, what you need is 0.05%, and then for fruit juice you need 0.1%. So let's do this same calculation this for the same batch size but for juice, which means instead of using 0.05%, we'll be using 0.1%. Let's go. So we have 0.1% here, and then we'll also have 100. Remember I said because we're working with percentage, and then our batch size is 1000, which is 1 kg. So let's use our calculator right now to check this. So 0.1 divide by 100 multiplied by 1000 is 1. The answer is 1, which means if you're making fruit juice and the size of what you're doing is 1 liter, 1 kg, the measurement for your preservative, if you're using sodium benzoate, is 1 gram. And the only way you can measure 1 gram is by using a scale, using a measuring scale. That is the only way you can measure 1 gram. So I hope this whole tutorial is straightforward. I hope you understood everything that I said in this very video. I know you do, but just in case you have any other confusion, if there's something you're not cleared on, then do leave a comment right in the comment section. Do not forget to like this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and do not forget to also share this. Yes, it's very important. Share this. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video.